Wanda la Russa is an accomplished speaker who has been training for many years and helping teach other people how to be great presenters. And she is all about making the world a better place through positivity. And she works with business owners and change makers to help them improve the world through having a better attitude about the things that go on around them. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Wanda la Russa.
A few years ago, I was talking to my sister-in-law, Erica, and I asked her to tell me about some of her dreams and her aspirations. And she told me that it was her desire to attend prom because she didn't have the opportunity to do so in high school. You see, back in those days, back in the 90s, people with special abilities, they stayed at home on prom night. They didn't have the opportunity to attend prom. So I told one of my friends about Erica's dream to attend prom, and my friend told me all about the Tim Tebow Foundation. Are any of you familiar? Nope. So Tim Tebow is a former NFL player, and he has a foundation. And since 2014, on the Friday night before Valentine's Day, the Tim Tebow Foundation hosts a prom internationally. So on that first Friday before Valentine's Day, at various locations across the world, there is a prom for people with disabilities and with special needs. When I told my sister-in-law, Erica, that I was going to help her dreams come true and attend the prom, she was absolutely ecstatic. And ladies and gentlemen, I am not kidding you when I say that she was jumping for joy. So that night, upon arrival at the church that was hosting the prom here in the DFW area, Erica looked out the windshield and she started squealing with delight because across the parking lot, there was a stretch Hummer limousine. And then it happened to also be one of her dreams because she never rode in a limousine. And this stretch Hummer limousine was pink, Barbie pink, which was Erica's favorite color. So the pink limo would take groups of about 10 of the prom attendees, about 10 of them, and would drive them from the back of the church where everyone was gathering and drove them to the front of the church where they would exit the Hummer limousine. And as each of the prom attendees exited the Hummer limousine, they had an escort. If you were a male prom attendee, then you had a female escort, and vice versa. So I'll tell you, Erica was just beaming with delight as she exited that Hummer limousine, and she grabbed hold of her male escort, and they walked on the red carpet, and it was like quite a show because the parents and the family members and the volunteers were standing alongside the red carpet and just cheering them on as they walked down the red carpet and entered the prom. I'll tell you, Erica spent the entire time eating, drinking soda, of course, and being merry. She danced the night away, and I'll tell you, at the end of that prom, she was dripping with sweat from head to toe. And she had the biggest smile plastered across her face the entire time. As we drove home, I specifically remember when I came to a red stop. She looked at me so tenderly and she said, "I am so glad that my brother married you. You are the bestest sister-in-law in the whole wide world, and this was the most funnest night of my entire life." Erica had a wonderful time. Now, this act of kindness towards my sister-in-law, Erica, showed that I really cared about her dreams and her aspirations and her goals. And at this prom, she was surrounded by people who really loved her. There was a host of volunteers in the community was there, and they celebrated and they advocated for people with disabilities, and they all valued life. So I want you to take a moment, and I want you to reflect on a time that you were kind to a family member, kind to someone who was in your household. So just take a moment, and I want you to reflect on that. Now I have two questions for you. And you can go ahead and you can put in the chat, you can chime in, or if you want to unmute yourself and share, that'd be great as well. My first question is, how did this act of kindness towards your family member, how did that benefit you? Does anybody want to come off mute and share? I'm not sure if I'm able to see the chats, but anybody want to share? How'd that benefit you? Anyone want to share?
Well, it can contribute to long-term peace if you're nice to each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right. Thank you, Jeff, for sharing. And here's the second question. What impact did it have on their life? Anybody else want to share besides Jeff? How did this act of kindness impact your family member's life? Anybody? No?
Well, you know the old expression, happy wife, happy life.
Oh, definitely. And also goes to say, happy spouse, happy house, right?
Ooh,
So,
I like that one. I'm going to have to
yes, yes,
remember that
yes.
one.
Yes, thanks, Jonathan. So, when you treat your loved ones with kindness at home, it creates a harmonious household. And when everybody at home is in a positive mood and joyful and just have a positive attitude towards each other, this is easier for your family members to step into the world with a positive attitude. And just having a positive attitude, that behavior you take out into the world, but you also take out into your work environment as well. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wanda la Russa. Thanks, Wanda.
You're welcome.